And yeah, shout out the one-man court storm that took place while I was on vacation as U of T, 26, wins a game, and a singular fan decided, I am storming this court. Did we ever find the identity of that guy?
We did. Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh,
we did.
That's amazing. While Rico's doing that, Odyssey.com Rewind, we've covered a bunch of stuff today. Rico's unbelievable opinion on Juwan Howard. We talked about the NBA All-Star Game and All-Star Games at large and why they are rotary phones. You can go back and listen. And a ton on the Lions. ESPN predicting a major free agent to be here. And I have said, I think that is the standard. That's the minimum to making this a Super Bowl team for 24. So all of that is available to you. Rico, you have college football news.
Mm-hmm.
I am leaving this to you because it is your sport. You have ruined it, and you own it. I am just a observer of this folly. But we have major playoff news that they have approved the new format. One problem, no one knows where it'll be on TV. Discuss.
So I have officially ruined the sport for you. Wait, there's more. I can better. Let's take it to another step, Mike, because
it's great.
Because of the dissolving of the Pac-12, where it's getting bumped down, it's going to be a 5-12 playoff. What does that mean? 5 automatic bids and 7 at-large bids. So the 4 major conferences, and then they're looking at either a Notre Dame or a group of 5 to get that spot. If you win your conference, you get an automatic bid. If you finish second in your conference, you go 7 through wherever. Now, here's the funny part about it. The TV deal only goes for 2 more years. Why is that significant? Because they have to figure out what they're going to do next. Remember a few weeks ago before we all, during all the Lions hoopla, and I mentioned once, well, the Big Ten and the SEC were forming this joint coalition. They're trying to figure out what's going to be the best thing for the college football playoff.
They did the mafia meeting.
The college football playoff committee is listening, and they're holding up the TV. They're holding up the entire deal because the Big Ten and the SEC just may split and say, what if we do our own version of AFC, NFC, and the winner of the Big Ten plays the winner of the SEC and our version of a Super Bowl? If that happens, you don't think that ESPN is going to want that? Because if they pull out and say, no, we don't want to be here, we're going to form our own college football playoff, they're going to get all the TV money. So this could change. What we're about to see for the next 2 years may be balling up. It may be this. And in the garbage. And we start all over again. But right now,
oh my God,
5-12. But see, here's why I thought you would like this, Mike. I really had you in mind when I walked into the executive meetings. Because you're going to see better games. You don't have to go undefeated and play Incarnate Word and Little Sisters of the Poor. You can go out and play real games. And if you lose, that's okay because it's a 12-team playoff. You're going to get home games for teams seeded 5 through 8. 1 through 4 get the bye, 5 through 8 get a home game. It starts December 20th, so we get meaningful college football, not the Pop-Tart Bowl game. Meaning college football all the way to the title game. And you may end up with a Big Ten/SEC championship in a few years if they don't like the way the playoffs is going. Now, also, under the 5-7, there's no cap on how many teams from one conference can go in the playoffs. Meaning, you could have 8 SEC teams. You could have 10 Big Ten teams in the playoffs in any given year.
Kenny, should I just say it on your behalf? No, it's not that it just means more. It's that if that's the case, and we all know where these teams are emanating from, then what would be the impetus to staying and not splintering off and doing your own playoff? Now, forget about me. I hate all this. I think this is all just nonsense. But if we know on a quality level that the Big Ten and the SEC will represent Big Ten 3 teams and the SEC probably 5 on a yearly basis, Rico, then why would they ever agree to this if they're going, wait, we're supplying you with 66% of the product here?
Yeah, Mike, I think the split will be more. I think you can get 4 Big Ten teams, and you may be able to get 5 to 6 SEC teams in there. Because remember, you're thinking, well, 1 loss, no undefeated one. No. Now you could have 3 losses to the right team. You're in. Okay. You're LSU, and you lost to Alabama, you lost to Georgia, and you lost to Notre Dame.
So what's the hook here? What's the question you want to ask?
The question I want to
ask. You don't need to worry about me. I'm already dead.
The question I want to ask, if the Big Ten and the SEC splinter off into their own version of AFC, NFC type, where the Big Ten has a 14 playoff, the SEC has a 14 playoff, and the winner plays in their version of a Super Bowl, are you watching this? I say you are. 248-539-9797.
Rephrase.
That will be the new college football.
Man, forget about the watching thing. People watch
Are you
pro
interested?
lacrosse. Is the sport better for it?
It is. The sport will be better for it, Mike. Because
Kenny, sport better for it?
I mean, higher level of competition. Mike, you might not like it. But this ball's rolling downhill, man.
No, that's okay.
It's not going to get better.
I'm already dead.
No.
Don't worry about me.
Here's why it will get better if this happens. Because you could have 8 Big Ten games that you play, 3 SEC teams you'll play every year, and then you get 1 Little Sisters of the Poor tune-up game mixed in your schedule. So every year it's rotating. This is what college football fans wanted, was meaningful games. David, didn't you say you wanted to see meaningful games in September?
Yes.
You're going to get meaningful games every September where it's going to be a school that, okay, Michigan's going to be playing Arkansas and LSU and Ole Miss. That's your 3 SEC opponents this year.
See, I'm for this, though, because the only conferences that matter are the Big Ten and the SEC. So, yes, form an alliance, play each other.
With Texas and Oklahoma and then the LA schools and Oregon and Washington, the only teams out there to be angry are Notre Dame and the Florida schools.
Florida State, Miami, yeah.
And Florida. Those 3 schools in Notre Dame are the only ones sitting there saying, wait, what about us?
Florida's in the SEC, so they'll be fine.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So, Florida State and Miami and Notre Dame. That's it.
I want to throw the number out. So this has been approved now, for now. We still don't know where it'll be available on TV because, yeah, we're sitting here on February 20th, and according to Rico and the reports, they don't have a TV deal. Spring football is about to happen. We don't have a TV deal.
It's pending.
Pending what?
If the SEC and the Big Ten agree and say, you know what, we're not leaving, they have a deal in place for billions of dollars. But the Big Ten and the SEC said, we haven't figured out what we're going to do next.
So basically, do you want NFL light? Do you want to see, call it a 32-team super conference, SEC, Big Ten? That's what college football will be for you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear from some hillbilly calling me from, Oxford, Mississippi. I don't care. We're in Big Ten country. Yeah. I want to know if you're ready for this. Because he's ruined the sport over here.
I try. I think it'll be 34. Yes, 34 teams, and it's going to be NFL-like where
I'm all set. Thanks
Big Ten, you're going to play your best 4. You guys, best 4. Winner meets up in a neutral spot. And if this works out, that's going to be the new college football championship.
248-539-9797. David's in, Kenny's in, Rico's in. I'm fine. Make fun of me. But that's the equivalent of making fun of someone who's dead. I don't count. The sport doesn't count. No, the sport does not count.
Mike, the sport wants to get you back in.
Rico, I may as well be a Democrat in Utah. May as well be a Republican in New York. You ain't winning the election.
The sport wants you back in, Mike.
No, I'm out.
Everything changes, but this could be a good change.
On
where
my
all
gravestone, it said the Pac-12 killed him.
No, because here's the thing.
It's over.
Now, all of a sudden, you get to go to the Grove and watch MSU play.
I'm good.
You could dress up like Colonel Reb, walking around in the white suit.
I wanted you dressed up like that, and we really freaked people out down there. That would have been exciting.
That still would.
Woo! Roll up in a limo. Come on. Me and you in like Dumb and Dumber suits. It would be incredible. 248-539.
Don't go far.
97 would like to know where you are. Because, again, what Rico's describing is a football-only proposition. You can't do this for the other sports. You can't do it for basketball.
But let's realize it. It's just football is driving the needle. And if football is what people want to see. The tournament, that's a whole nother expansion thing. They're talking about going to like 96 teams.
Oh, I forgot. Rico's got, in his spare time, ruining college basketball. 248-539-9797.
Bet you won't go on vacation again.
Up next, Rico burns down a homeless shelter. I mean, seriously.
I think this is going to be better for college football.
Okay.
If they go this route, because you get meaningful games throughout the season and you'll get your own playoff. Now, will it be like the NFL? Yes, it will.
And I don't want that. And if you want Lions talk, Odyssey.com rewind. You want to know our fix for the All-Star games, Odyssey.com rewind. It's all there. It's on demand. 97.1.